Hey guys, hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Your boy is back with another subreddit video, and today we're doing another double decker. We're diving both into r/shortguys and r/short. If you guys are new to these two subreddits, they are both subreddits talking about the shortcomings and the problems with being a short guy. However, r/shortguy specifically is a little bit more on the downer side, downer vibes, where r/short is usually more uplifting and positive. So I'm excited to give you guys some perspective and read these because I am also a short guy. I'm 5'4"/5'5" on a good day. But yeah, so it's always interesting to read these subreddits. And I want to reiterate before we do get started, whenever I do these videos, specifically with the r/short guys posters, I know some of them watch my videos because I've gotten posted and attacked by them before on my channel. Not physically attacked, but attacked. And I just want to reiterate, I am not here to put down anyone or to say anything besides my own perspective towards this topic. And my goal with this is to give my perspective and also hope that you guys can also get some type of, hope, literally, in this, because I have been through this and I get it. If anyone's going to get it, it's going to be me. But anyways, I have to say that because I know sometimes these guys are like, oh no, he would never understand. Dude, I'm one of you guys. I'm just giving you guys my perspective because, yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoy this video and you guys are new to my content, make sure you guys hit the subscribe and the notification bell because we do it every single day, daily videos. And if you want even extended content and to support the channel further, I have a Patreon, first link in the description box down below. We do an extra 10 to 20 minutes of exclusive footage on there as well. Thank you to all the deluxe members. Also hit the like and comment section down below. Helps the algorithm out and helps me towards my goal of 20,000 subscribers. Yeah, so let's do it. r/short guys. We're gonna do top posts of the week. Again, guys, r/short guys, you guys know who you are. I am on your team. I'm trying to hear you guys out, okay? All right, we have the title of this one says, women can't hold back laughter when talking to a short Asian man. Hey, I'm a short Asian man. She's talking to me. All right, let's hear it out first. Let me.
Hi, what's your name?
James.
Awesome. And what grade are you in?
Senior.
Okay, cool. And what is your ideal?
Why is she laughing so much?
What is your ideal first Kenyan date?
Like, what is my date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what activity?
Going to bed.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, well, that was a weird interaction. I'm not even weirded out by the height or anything. I'm more weirded out by the fact that he obviously did not want to talk to, and she was I don't know. Anyways, I mean, he might have. It just seemed like he was not really into it as much. She was just giggly. I don't know if you can per se that she was laughing specifically at his height. Although if that is the case, that is fucked up. I just can't tell because she just started giggling right off rip.
Hi, what's your name?
But yeah, let's read the comments on this. This is some repugnant effed up. They know he's never been on a date. Wait, what did he say? I didn't hear it. Hold up, let me raise my volume. Maybe that was the problem.
What is your ideal first Kenyan date?
Like, what is my date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what activity?
Going to bed.
Going to bed. That's actually a funny ass answer.
You have a great day.
Yeah, okay. Now watching it a second time, it does make me feel a little uneasy. It did seem like a little bit like she was laughing at him. So I'm not 100% if that was the case, but someone said this is repugnant. They know he's never been on a date. She can't even stop laughing at the sight of him and the idea that is a valid, being. Every now and then, someone in the subreddit will truly find some effed up this is the best post of the month, in my opinion. Laughing at the sight of him and the idea that he is valid. Damn, I'm gonna have to blur all this. There's too much S. IT or incel tears will tell you that she saw something funny and she's laughing because of that. I don't know. This one's a tough one. She could just be giggling, but I do feel a little uneasy. So I'm gonna slightly side with the short guys here. It did seem a little, I don't know, why would you laugh at somebody when you're trying to interview him? I don't know. That was a little uneasy for sure. All right, let's read this next one. I'm going to have to blur it in a little bit because there's a word in here I can't have. But it says, the title says, Tall Man Complex, Definitive Addition. According to my height investigation, all these guys should be chilled out and less scrappy, right? Tall Man Complex, a man of a tall stature above 6 feet, whose attraction for short women is so strong that he has to compensate by going after people who are underage. Oh, so they listed a bunch of people who they deemed are tall guys Who, dude, this is actually pretty funny. It's funny because they have Andrew Tate as Shrek. They got Drake in here. I can't tell some of these guys, but that's definitely Dr. Disrespect or whatever his name is. This usually involves a complete discussing, blah, 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 boost your self-esteem. A tall guy would never do that or say these things. I mean, this is an exaggeration. I don't think that women would say that. I think a lot of women also don't like these manosphere guys. So this is a bad representation of like tall versus short because these guys suck, or most of them do. But yeah, let's move on. Short man minding his own business gets filmed and posted on TikTok just to... Okay, so we got somebody in getting dinner. I'm assuming 2 girls getting dinner because it's pointing out a guy. New ick unlocked. And then we have them zooming into... I got a freaking... Oh, and he's doesn't touch the floor. Yeah, so this is definitely targeting short guys. You know what's funny? That happens to me. Whenever I get high stools or high chairs, whenever I'm at a restaurant, that happens to me all the time. Yeah, you know what I can say to that? These girls aren't worth your time, dude. If you're a short guy who has a girl who thinks this is a nick, it's just incompatibility. You shouldn't be going for these girls. But what I would say is, you know, these guys' argument and their perspective behind this is, oh, see, all girls or most women view videos like this and they think it is an ick. But, you know, I will say the world is vast and I've met plenty of women that do not care about my... Actually, I've met some girls that think that this is cute. Like this complete opposite. They think this whole thing is a cute thing. So someone in the comments, how dare you literally just exist in my presence, not at my desired height. Jesus effing Christ. They actually think real life is Tinder. Like other humans appear in front of you to be swiped. The concept, yeah, I mean, I will say I agree with these guys in that this is kind of messed up. The dude's just chilling here, minding his own business, and you're recording him to put, you know, oh, new ick unlocked. Like, it's definitely some cringy shit, but at the end of the day, you can't restrict other people from doing stuff like this. And, you know, if they have a preference and they want to be silly about it, to each their own. I get where the short guys are coming from in this perspective, for sure. Never trust r/short relationships. Okay. Me, my 5'4", and my wife, who's 5'7". Okay. I can't show what is on the screen under this, but he posted that also under Wifey Trader, which is a NSFW on, yeah, you guys know what that is. I mean, self-explanatory. So that's actually crazy how every time everything tends to fall into place like effing clockwork. See, this is the thing, though, that I have to talk about before we dive more into stuff like this. Yeah, for sure. I mean, in this post, you see a guy who posted his wife who's taller than him, and then they also happen to be, you know, swinging around or whatever, right? But I want to say, I know it's hard because a lot of people are online and they get all their perspective from online. And it's hard not to be during this day and age because, you know, we're online more than we are doing other things besides work and stuff, you know. But I'm being 100% honest, you guys. If you guys go IRL in the real world, it's not always like this. For sure, it sometimes can be where a tall girl is harder to get, or like a tall girl is in this situation will only like you if you like swing around. Like, but I've been in most of my companionships with taller women that were monogamous. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm a one-off or what, but I've also know other short guys who also date women their height or taller. So take that with a grain of salt or as you will. All right, so we've got at least someone is living in reality. Just go outside. And it's rock solid here. Post, if you are short, this will never happen to you, by the way. 100% base. And it's a meme of short guy problem. It's a guy... And 2 girls, hi cutie, want to hang out? I could just keep you in my pocket. And then they're saying like, oh, at least someone's in reality because if you're short, this would never happen. I think it's less likely to happen, but it has actually happened. So I'm being really honest. I know you guys might not believe me, but this has actually happened to me. I'm not the one want to hang out part, but I have definitely gotten hi cutie. And I've definitely gotten jokes about how I'm tiny and they think it's cute and they would like to hang out with me because of that. It's not the keep you in my pocket. I think that's silly. I've never heard a girl say that, but I've currently like know somebody that is 5'9" and hangs out with me and says things I'm just giving you guys a perspective. But yeah, let's continue. This is my life, sadly. Oh, wow. Shooing away women and then being excited for corn on the cob. That's not a good thing. I don't think that anybody, regardless if you're tall or short, should shun away women for corn on the cob. It gives you a complete different skew and perspective on women and on life. And it's a tough addiction. And I get it because I've been through it. Trust me, like it sucks. And I don't think that this should be encouraged. Like this meme right here of Drake pushing away women, but encouraging corn on the cob, like that's not good. Actually curious on what the comments will say. Born to fulfill needs or cuddling needs, forced to watch another man cuddle a woman. I mean, you're not forced to. That's the thing. Like you probably shouldn't be. Also, another thing about the subreddit that's interesting to me is a lot of guys are like 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Like that's not short, dude. Society might make you think that because you're just getting fed the algorithm of things that you're watching that is telling you that you're short, but you're not short if you're 5'9", 5'10", dude. Not in my opinion. Saving grace of living in these times, am I agree? That's so sad. And like, I get it. I mean, for these guys who have put themselves in a perpetual state of insecurity, the only way they can even fathom anything is watching this stuff, but it's not good. I'm telling you guys, dude. I wish I could just like hang out with these guys, you know? I feel like I can give some pointers on being short. All right, let's read this. Height and personality have no correlation whatsoever. They're literally making this stuff up just to justify their heightism. All right, well, let's see. So somebody posted, okay, let's play the game. What happens if men become this delusional in their standards for you, ladies? Only 50% of women show interest in dating 5'8" men on dating apps, according to studies. While over 60% of women are interested in dating with men over 6 feet tall, only 15% of men are willing to date men who is blah, blah, blah. And then someone responds on that saying, men will never understand the height thing. Height is a personality type. That is such BS. What? I'm on team short guys on this one. What are you on, bro? What? Height is a personality type? You're tripping. Any woman who has dated several over 6'4" knows this. They are typically chilled out and less scrappy. Did dating apps make the predisposition worse? Yes, but men will still never understand the height thing. I don't know. I've met some douchey ass tall people and I've met some douchey ass short guys. What I will say though is like short guys that are more insecure and identify as short guys, yes, they are more scrappy and less chilled out. Now, tall guys who identify as tall guys can also be douchebags, like guys who just, oh, I'm tall, so I get away with everything, you know, kind of thing. So that's a fucking terrible take on this. Yeah. What? I will say the only 15% of women show interest in 5'8". If that's an actual study, I don't doubt that could be the case. My thing though is, you know, to instead of complaining and harping, or not complaining, that's the wrong term, but instead of perpetually feeling like 15% isn't enough, you got to realize 15% of the mass of people is pretty dope. Don't compare yourself to other guys. Just, I mean, I know it's hard, but compare yourself to yourself yesterday, guys. I know that's redundant, but yeah, I'm on team short guys for sure. Immediate attention to the tall sub is spreading inkwell propaganda. Girls of all height preferred personality. All right, r/tall posted, tall guys are preferred by short girls. Short girls like taller guys in general, or is it just some rumors? When I said taller guys, I mean guys who are, 6 feet or whatever. Tall guys are usually preferred by any girl. Most. I'm going to say most. I wouldn't say any. I genuinely have met some women that purposely don't date tall guys just because they don't feel comfortable, looking up. And believe it or not, I know some guys are in the short guys form and be like, no, that's impossible. But no, it's true. Now, what is also true is that most girls, I would say probably 60 to 70% of women probably do prefer tall guys, but 30 to 40% will be completely okay with the short king. All right, this one says, go to the gym, bro. 5'1", 19-year-old, 18% body fat. He looks pretty fucking ripped. He kind of looks like Tobey Maguire. Holy manlet rope. What? Such an intelligent conversation. What's he supposed to do? Yeah, that's crazy. See, this is okay. So that's insane. Stop coping. It's over, bro. What's the point of working when you're 5'1"? Respect to him. At least he's not acting like Chadlit maxing. Coping final boss. This is a crazy thing. How is it coping if he just wants to work out? I think it's okay to work out, no? Also, if I'm not mistaken, the wrestler that pulled short wrestler, tall girlfriend. There we go. How tall is he? He's 5'5", and he pulled a 6'2". Dude, like it's possible, guys, is what I'm saying, dude. But yeah, I hate that guys put down other guys. Like, I mean, I hate that anyone puts down anyone, but like, I hate this notion that if you're a short guy, it's one thing if you're on the other party and you don't understand, but if you're a short guy, we should be uplifting each other, dude. Like, why be like, oh, you have no chance. You have no chance. Does it make you feel better as a short guy? Like, I'm on the other side saying you do have a chance, like 100% have a chance. Now, is it going to be harder? Yeah, for sure. But life isn't supposed to be easy, buddy. And it builds for character. It truly does. All right, let's go on to r/short, though. Let's see what we can find. Maybe something more uplifting or maybe also down. I don't know. All right, so we're on r/short. Let's see what's popping this week. This sub in a nutshell. I'm not 6 feet. Yeah, I know. All right, so we have a Tinder conversation. And this is under humor. All right, so I'm not 6 feet. Yeah, I know. It says you're 5'5" in your bio. Luckily, I can read. It says you're tall, and tall chicks don't really talk to short guys. Okay, then I'll match, I guess. I was just saying. Dude, this is what I'm saying. These guys, man, guys. If don't identify with your height. If it's something, even if you are insecure about it, the moment you identify with it, other people are gonna see that in you. Even if you have to fake it, please do not identify as that. Cause like, let's say you match with a girl and it has in your bio. She obviously knows that, dude. And don't even fucking bring it up, bro. Just go move on and show them all the qualities and why your personality is 9'7", okay? Like, let's read the comments. So silly. Self-sabotage. It always is, dude. Not always, but like, I just self-sabotage by not approaching women at all. It doesn't give off loser attitude, only internalizes it. That's kind of funny. I'm 5'6" and my wife is 5'9". I've dated a few girls taller than me. Tallest I've dated is 5'11". Same. 5'11" is the tallest. Yeah, dude. I mean, and look, man, the guys out here, like the ones in some of the comments, we're just telling you guys that it's possible. Just don't identify with it. All right, science labeling being a human as 6 feet tall. Yeah, I see this a lot. You see this all the time. But at the same time, they're just giving you perspective of a 6 feet tall guy. It is silly, though, that they don't use like the average height, which is like 5'10" or whatever, right? All right, 5'4", graduating from uni. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I like r/short. It's always some short king who's got some fucking killer fashion, great smile, good physique. You go, bro. I bet you this dude pools. Yeah, he definitely, bro, he 100% pulls. Look at his physique and like all that. Like, hell yeah, dude, you keep going. And he's 5'4", he's my height. I'm graduating from uni in applied mathematics in about 3 weeks. Damn, you're smart too. Biggest achievement of my life. Anyways, I was always kind of hoped I'd meet a cute girl in college. Not like a model or anything, but just something chill. Someone chill. Attractive in her own way, But now I'm realizing it's time to embrace the single life like a monk with a Spotify list. Wait, why? No, what? He's a good ass looking dude. You don't look 5'4". I thought the same too, blah, blah, blah. Here's something important. He doesn't look his height because he dresses to advantages. Yeah, a lot of guys don't realize that the way you dress can make you perceive as taller. He has a short torso and longer legs, so he wears jeans that fit well, or shorts that show some more legs to give off an illusion that he has a longer body. He is also in incredibly good shape, which helps with that illusion that he's longer and leaner. I can tell you that this guy takes care of his personal image and mind. He screams confident and will attract a woman, I promise you. I also agree. You can tell right away by looking at a guy that this dude's gonna pull. Like I said that earlier. And look, he's literally doing all the tricks I do. You wear some jeans that aren't so baggy, show off your legs, work out. He's rolling his jeans up so they're not like everywhere. That's another key trick. I don't wear turtlenecks, but he's wearing a tight-fitted turtleneck to show off his physique. Shorts here. Like, dude's doing everything, man. And that's what you got to do. Sometimes as a short guy, you got to work more. And that's just what it is. Yeah, this dude's for sure gonna pull. Brown Luigi. Very cute. Love the second picture. You remind me of Bruno Mars. Oh yeah, Bruno Mars also pulls, and he's like 5'5", right? All right. Almost gave up, but now I feel like I've come a long way. 5'4", 164 centimeters. Okay. Motivation. Been wanting to do this for a while. Felt like now might probably is a good time. Hopefully this helps some people. Thank you for reading anyways. See, this is what I'm talking about. Stuff like this on r/short is just complete opposite perspective of short guys. It's so much more uplifting. When I first joined the subreddit back in the day, I wasn't in a good way. It wasn't in a good way. I was always looking for help and any tips to deal with my perceived shortcomings, pun intended, which I blamed a large portion of it on my stature. Didn't help that I had and still have MDD, but at the time, I couldn't get a date to save my life, blaming everyone on my failings on others and always complained about my height. This sounds like a lot of dudes on short guys. Not all, but a lot of dudes on the short guys forum. Wishing that if I only had 1 or 2 more inches, I would be a mega stud who would magically become a winner in life. The first picture is probably from the lowest point of my life. I used to race as a kid at a decent level, but that was the first time I had driven in almost 15 years. I was on a cocktail of meds, which caused me my weight to balloon up to my heaviest ever, and I was genuinely feeling horrible all the time. I was unemployed, doing stupid stuff mostly nightly, and had basically given up hope. I went out in a rental kart race with my best friend. I could barely do 5 laps around the circuit before coming back in and throwing up. My friend, on the other hand, was doing so well and impressed so many people that he got offered a test drive by a team to see if he was good enough to race for them. That was a gut punch like no other. I remember the jealousy burning like an inferno within me. At the time, my usual reaction would be, woe for me, F the cards I was given. No one's going to love your short ass. You're hopeless and useless. But that night, it was different. I told myself enough is enough. And suddenly looking back on that, it was the tiny spark that was enough to turn my life around. This is everything. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see his glow up, bro. I bet you do. Man, that's what you need. I think a lot of these guys, I mean, women too, but we on this channel, we often explore guys, incel tiers and stuff like this that just don't want to take themselves accountable for certain situations, and extreme ownership, Jocko Willink, and certain situation, you gotta really own it, dude. If you're a short dude, fucking own that shit, bro. If you're a fucking, I don't know, you got 1 leg, own it, bro. Realize that is the card you're dealt and do with what you can with what you got, buddy. And then with that, you get internal confidence, internal self-love, which is radiating when you meet other people. But it's easier said than done. I'm not saying that it's going to be an easy challenge. Look, and this is going to be a great example, I bet. Let's continue reading. It wasn't immediate, but I started working on myself step by step, little things at the time. There was a ton of setbacks, but I made progress. I started getting proper help, started exercising, just walking daily at first, and started looking for work again. Before long, I was feeling more confident, got a good job, managed to get the MMDD under control, got off a lot of the meds and lost a ton of weights and started doing things I loved again. Fuck yeah. What's MDD, by the way? A major depressive disorder. Okay, gotcha. I'm on board now. 2 years later, I was back at the same racetrack, and since then, it's been more upwards than downwards ever since. Fuck yeah. Have dropped 18 kilos from my heaviest, found a woman who loves me dearly about 2 weeks ago. Let's go! This is what I'm about. This makes me so happy. Let's go, dude. This is proof, guys. You just gotta take the accountability, work on yourself. And dude, fuck yeah. This is awesome. This is motivating for me. I'm about to freaking work out after this. I won my first national major kart race. Let's go. And with hopefully many more to come. But yeah, I know it's hard to hear when you're in the gutter, but from my experience, hyperfixating on something we cannot control will just make the problem worse. Wow. That should be on a fucking plaque. That is the whole point behind these short guys videos and these incel tiers and these nice guys. I'm going to read it again for anyone who needs to hear this. Hyperfixating on something we cannot control will just make the problem worse. Find a goal, work towards it, and the cards will naturally fall into place. At that point, no one will give an F about your height. And never, ever give up. Thanks for reading again, and I hope this helps in some way or form. All right, now let's look at the pictures. So this is him when he was down bad, right? Or beginning to be down bad before he gained the weight. Also, I'm going to upvote this because this is sick. I love this. You know, he actually like looks like a normal dude, just with glasses. A little nerdy, but I fuck with the nerd look. Oh, dude, look at you go, King. How tall is he? He's what, 5'4"? He's my height. Look at that. He gets after it. Let's go, bro. Dude, this is inspiring, dude. Short king. Like, absolutely. What karting circuit? Yeah, that's so cool. Also, like a go-karter, like professional. That's so sick. Went from doing someone's taxes to tax evasion. Well done. What? Love to hear it. Congrats on your journey. Dude, that is a cool ass story. Way to go. And also, you're handsome as fuck. Yeah, dude. Like, good-looking guy right there, man. Certified alpha male. Get it, king. Dude, that makes me so happy. And that story is so inspiring. Let's read some more. All right, this one says the duality of man. And we're on r/short still. It says 33 male, 5'6", bald by choice, lol. I've always refused to let my height bother me. Fuck yeah. Love that. And then we got 5'6", I'm cooked. And dude has hair, dude. Like, what? Yeah, this is duality, man. And you know, I'm not pinning any blame on this guy because, like, at the same time, like, I've been there. Dudes also looked really young too. I mean, this, like, guys like this is the one that you gravitate towards. The positivity, the vibes, you know. More miles and more smiles. Hey, that's our boys back, dude. I love this guy, GameCon17. He always posts this little running and motivation, dude. I love this. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. He doesn't even look like he's 59 because he stays so, like, in, like, healthy shape. He's running all the time. Oh, there he is again. Absolute king. All right, this one says he isn't short, she is just tall. Finding out my Tinder date is 6 feet tall. Ooh, I've never dated 7 feet tall. Sorry, I've never dated 7 feet. Oh wait, what did I gotta hear this? She's very pretty. Oh shoot, I just realized my audio's off, so let me turn the audio on. There we go. She's really cute. I would totally go on a date with this girl.
Aren't you dated? You just look different. How? I don't know. Look at the height difference. You're like 7 feet tall.
What's wrong with that? 7 feet sounds sick. Oh, and she left.
See, I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just you didn't tell me that. You don't want to go on a date because I'm...
Why did she have to tell you that? I mean, I guess if well, no, I'm gonna give him a benefit of the doubt. If his preference is shorter women, then yeah, I guess. But he should have asked if that is his preference.
Because I'm short.
Who cares?
You just had to lean down to be eye level with me.
I think that's cute.
Look at this. I'm wearing Kazuri's. What the hell are my shoes?
What is that?
That's all I actually am.
Who cares? I think they look cute. Oh, she's sweet. She's literally complimenting him.
I don't care that you're short. So I am short. I'm you.
She literally goes, I don't care that you're short. So I am short.
I don't care that you're short. So I am short. I'm you.
Who cares?
I have to get on.
Oh, this is actually really cute. This is so cute.
Cold brew? I don't know if I can do this. You're gonna get a lot.
Well, at least they're going to go. Okay, so it seems like they're actually going to go on a date. Good for them. But I see nothing wrong with dating someone that is that tall at all. Like, I actually think that's sick. I think that's super sick. I think she's also really pretty. Someone said, I know this is probably a skit, but I would absolutely love to date a woman that this tall personally. Dude, you got, like, this is sick. Not only was my kids, like, be a decent height, but on top of that, brother, she can reach my top shelf. Like, that is so awesome. And I can alley-oop basketball star. Me, 5'7", with my girlfriend who's 5'10". Fuck yeah, dude. You go. I love that everybody just shares their, like short kings, man. This is probably going to be me one day. Oh, granted, I do like all heights. I like shorter, same height, taller. 5'4" and bald. Oh, this dude has a good fashion style. This is what I'm saying, bro. If you're short or you're bald or you have some type of, like, thing that you can't change, you always build other stats up, you know? The average height of a man is 5'9", me at 5'6". I mean, imagine me at 5'4", 5'5". But yeah, well, let's read one more. Is it just Americans who are brainwashed by height? Mostly, say it's a lot of American culture, but I feel like there's other countries too. But I know in Asia it's not a big deal. Being from Europe, and 31, 5'5", I had never seemed to struggle with dating too much. I've had a couple girlfriends, but mostly just little flings here and there, and most of them I didn't really want to take too serious. What I'm seeing now on social media is there's an influx of American women who seem particularly brainwashed by TikTok and other forms of media that men have to be tall or insinuating short men or insulting short men. Yeah, like the one we saw earlier of like ick, such an ick. And yeah, that I think that does play a role, like the whole social media in America thing. People wanting clicks for making fun of other people. They always seem to be American. I feel like I feel they are all almost competing with each other over who can have the tallest man or something. I've come to realize that I have traveled a lot all over the world and have never seemed to come an issue with many other nationalities. Same with me. Although I can imagine for us culture, or for US culture, slowly trickling into Europe as we consume a lot of their media. For now, it seems like it's not too bad there or here. IDK, maybe it's just the reels or media I've been seeing that it's always Americans. Yeah, I feel like there needs to be a new wave that like we kind of push the short guy agenda, bro. All you tall queens that like short kings, make some TikToks. Yeah. I think women have always had natural preferences for taller height, regardless of the country, but social media and dating apps have magnified the problem for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. Many American social media influencers have pushed the idea that women must secure a tall man. Back in the 80s and 90s, people would meet in person a lot more. Society was much more social overall. This gave short guys the opportunity to showcase their personality. They could charm a girl with to the extent that they could look past his height. But now we're living in 2025 and the society has become far less social. People are selecting partners via dating apps, which are very superficial process. Yeah, I actually agree with this. So short guys have less of an opportunity to charm a girl in person. Short guys have less of a chance to showcase their personality, which means overcoming the height disadvantage has become tougher. I actually can agree with this. I don't think that it's impossible. Like, my whole argument on all these videos. But I do agree with this analysis. I think this has definitely fed into the tall guy versus short guy agenda for sure. Yep. Anyways, yeah, there you guys go. If you're short, I love you. If you're tall, I also love you. If you're anybody that is watching this, I love you. Just be dope. And don't compare yourselves to other guys. It's not worth it. Comparison is the theft of joy. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great night, day, whatever time you're watching this. And if you're a Patreon member, we're going to continue this video there. And if you're not, all good. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.